Hello, I'm Lex, and today I'll be looking at a LlamaCat. So I've clipped all the parts from a standard sprue to give me enough parts to put together both options. Everything's all cleaned up and filed, and hopefully won't be too much of a mess. Although having played around with the parts, it looks like the torso and the underbelly are going to be a little bit finicky putting together. Both looking left and looking right parts are a bit finicky how they go together. But we'll see if it focuses. We'll see. I'll be putting them together with Tamiya cement because that's my preference, and hopefully not making a mess of things since this is going to be the first video we're uploading. Alright. So just putting a thin line around the edges so it will all glue together. Because everyone likes LlamaCats. Someone on Twitter called it LlamaCat, and that's a fantastic name for them. Why I'm doing this is because I feel like I should throw videos out there, hopefully of Malifaux eventually, but that's why we're testing on something not Malifaux related, because yeah, there's buckets of content for Warhammer and nothing for the Malifaux, so we get it right with something we care about later on and can afford to mess up with the, here we go, that's it being finicky, yeah, let's go with that word. So when I dry fit these, that felt a lot more awkward, but with the glue on there it's not too bad. We'll need some filler in the gaps though. So according to the handy dandy booklet of parts, it's that tail first. So with excess glue on the edge, usually I just feather that away with an old brush to clean it up. Don't do this with the brush you care about because this ruins brushes. Next it's got its footsies, which it has a left and a right. There we go. There we go. Like, I do not play Warcry, which is what the Mindstealer Sphiranx is from, but it is a cool model, and a lot larger when I saw it in videos than I was expecting it to be. So we'll probably be using it in some other warband of some other game, like maybe a Frostgrave. So the body's all pretty basic, it just goes together one way. Conversion wise, you could probably get away with one or two things. Poses a little bit static of it just sitting there. But it does give you the option to build with two neck options, one looking left and right, each with a different breastplate. A bit of overspill there. In terms of scale, I don't have anything handy to scale. The looking left version has this chest plate here, if it will want to focus. And the looking right option is this chest plate here. I'm probably going with this one, to be honest. We can put together the options and see how they look. Possibly even magnetize them. Try and do this through a viewfinder for the first time, which is why this is a test. Because like using a drawing tablet, there's a little bit of a disconnect between what I'm seeing and what I'm doing. So I cleaned up all the parts beforehand just to make this easier on myself. So assembly wise, it's saying to do this. But the way these parts are keyed is a little bit weird, at least I think it is. It's not as bad as some models, which I feel like need videos. We've got the two halves there. Fit together like that. And this part is keyed to go in there. And That gap looks a lot larger in camera than it does in real life. So that's long net for this cat, which plugs in like that. So that's looking left. So yeah, this is the finicky that I was talking about. There's a guide just in there, but like the other side and the torso, those guides don't give it a lot of strength. There's no pegs to plug in, and there's it being all wobbly. Like if I had patience, this would probably just glue that and just wait for it to set before plugging this in. But it doesn't give you any wiggle room if it does need to separate or come apart. Again, these gaps are looking a lot wider in the viewfinder than it does in real life. And that plugs into cat just like that. So it's a good sort of fit. There's no mold lines, so you could probably magnetize that if you did want to use a left or right. Rules wise, there's no difference. Same with the horns. They give you no difference in rules. They basically just a cosmetic thing. So the hair is key to go one way. Peg just in there. Matching bit on there. And they fit together quite snug. So that's the horns and headrest of the first. And the second. I'll probably be going with this one, to be honest, if I'm going to glue it rather than magnetize it. And for the heads, I'll probably go with this boy here and his hanging out tongue. The other one just looks a little bit too... They're really good at capturing the look of cats. So I just feel that this one was a little bit more chaos beastie and less like I'm a cat that has never done anything wrong. Just what the other head reminds me of. That's not wanting to sit right for me. When I dry fit it, it was perfect. I had no issues. I'm trying to record it, it's giving me issues. If that's gone together right. So that'll just sit in there, and that will key into that. Yeah, that jewel's not quite sitting right. Let's see. It's not wanting to have a good day with me. Yeah, dry fitting this was no drama at all. And now that I'm trying to put it together in front of a camera, it's fighting me. Is that it? It just wants to sit back a little bit further. There we go. The other head option is this one here, which with dry fitting felt like no dramas at all. So, let's see. Yeah, so if people watch this, do let us know what you'd like to see more of. All the main parts done. So, neck and headdress will go together like that. Cat face will sit in like that. Watched one other video, the guy mentioned these heads weren't interchangeable with the horns, that they were keyed a particular way, but according to the instructions, and dry fitting before, you can swap them around either way. I may need to grab another light to get rid of that shadow. So this is the default one it's shown with, which marries up and clicks in perfect. And it locks on there okay. And there's with that second head. Yeah, so you can build either way with head and neck assemblies. Yeah, that doesn't really want to go without the head in it. The head with the lots of dreadlocks and the facing down will want all of it on there before it will sit properly. But it will do it. Some focus. So that's about where B2 stands. So B2s are about the size of a Space Marine, give or take, just a little bit skinnier. And he also has a base here. He, she, it, they. They's a good word. So Cat Llama will sit on the base, just into those grooves. Yeah, so I will probably post another video if people let me know what they thought or what I should do. Because yeah, this would be fun to have magnetized, even if it's purely just as a cosmetic thing. It comes on one of these wacky cavalry type bases. So I'll try to have a more generic space marine rather than like a base coated and based B2 droid. But scale wise, that's how we're going.
Right. So, addendum to what I said just before. So, the necks and horn/braids are in fact keyed. It's not a very deep key, but it is there and is keyed. So, despite what I said just before, though you can fit them, it's not perfect. Yeah, so it's not perfect in there. Some minor sort of conversion work could do it, but yeah, that was a thing which I said, which was wrong. So given that, I'm just going to abandon all pretenses of using magnets. There we go. That goes in like that. That goes in there like that. So perfect fit when it wants to. So I'll probably be going with this neck and head in the long run, just like the horns and the braids more than that one there. So what I mentioned before about the heads was they were interchangeable, and it looks like that's still true. So most regal cat will still sit there. That one fine, and that one fine. All marries up perfectly. Angry spitting tax cat also lines up perfectly with that one, and perfectly with that one. So since I've abandoned the whole plan of going with magnets, I'm just going to glue them straight in there. So the regal looking one I'll probably be using as a conversion or a placeholder, maybe a token for Malifaux, because Malifaux likes all the different tokens. So this guy will probably end up being a token of some sort, possibly a statue. Nice regal Cato, LlamaCat. Benefit of that one as well is the eye on the chest piece. Probably going to look really nice print up as an Eye of Horus. So that's happily in there. No pins or anything to hold in place though. So if you did want to magnetize it, that's a key thing there. Cool. So we'll be going with Angry Spitting Cat Face to Angry Boy Deer. Didn't show that last time. So that's the back of them. So key to fit there nicely. So yeah, if we did want to magnet it, it shouldn't be an issue. Could get away with doing that nice and cleanly. But I ain't got time for that. Yeah, I've been wanting one of these guys for a while. Just stunning LlamaCat. And huge. So since last time I picked up a Space Marine for scale, so scale of a Space Marine side by side. So LlamaCats are huge. Yeah, I was expecting it to be half the size. So yeah, that's LlamaCat all completed. Potentially waiting for a base and undercoat.
Have a good day. Bye.